Hey y'all, I want to take a few minutes and share this video that I made a little earlier today. We had felled some trees on our landowner's property and got permission from the adjacent landowner to drop the trees on his property, which is where I am right now. And part of the deal was that if he'd let us drop the trees on his place to make it easier on us, that we would do all the cleanup and take care of it. And that's what I'm doing here, y'all. This is a Kubota SVL 75-2. It's not ours, it belongs to the landowner, but he was fortunate enough, kind enough to let us use it and clean up for him also. And it's a pretty handy little machine. It runs good and it drives good, and it's a pretty stout little thing for its size. There's so many brands and sizes and this and that, so many choices to choose from. We're going to add a skid loader to our operation eventually when we get the money right, but in the meantime we're going to probably just rent machines whenever we need them and try a bunch of different ones and see which ones we like the best. Our closest dealer here is a Caterpillar dealer, and most of our nurseries around here run Caterpillar. And probably the two bigger brands around here in Middle Tennessee is probably Kubota and Caterpillar, if I had to guess. You'll see the occasional deer and then the occasional bobcats also, but predominantly Caterpillar and Kubota, really. So I've had plenty of time to run this Kubota now, and I like it pretty well. It's got a rock rake on it that I'm using here today. Rock grapple rake, and that rock rake is pretty unique, and it's got some good points and bad points. The good point is that not only can you use it to rake the ground like I'm doing here and pick up limbs and trees and stuff like that with it, but you can also use it to pick up rocks. You can use it to kind of blade with a little bit. It does fairly decent at grading to kind of straighten your roads out, whereas if you had a regular grapple bucket, a regular root grapple on, you couldn't do that. And this rake here, this grapple does fair at grading if you just need to fix a road right quick, so that works pretty good. But anyway, I'm not going to talk too much, y'all. I just wanted to share this experience with y'all and let y'all know what we're doing. There's a whole lot more to mule logging and horse logging other than just horses and mules, and there's a lot more to it than just cutting timber. We spend a lot of time cleaning up like we're doing right here too. And I wanted y'all to see the whole aspect of the operation, not just the horses, not just the timber cutting. I wanted y'all to see what we have to do behind the scenes also. And this is part of it. It's not my favorite job, but it is something that needs to be done. I was cleaning these tops up and then moving them on down behind my landowner's property here. He's got some big piles started down there, and we're just taking all these limbs and carrying them down there and piling them up. It's kind of boring, really, but I did want to share with y'all what we're doing, and here in a second you'll be in the cab with me. And hey, look, for all y'all newcomers that are new to the channel, that has came over and check this out, look, y'all, I appreciate every one of you. Thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting, all that good stuff. Hey, I really appreciate it, and I just want to let y'all know that. Now y'all, because this is a rock grapple, sometimes when you go to load it like I'm doing here, it will push the brush kind of ahead of it, so to speak, because it's a flat bottom grapple. It don't have a curve in it like a root grapple. It's flat bottom with kind of like barbs on the end of the whatever you want to call it, the bottom of the grapple anyway. There's little barbs on it that kind of sticks up a little, and it doesn't have a curve to it. It's just a flat bottom, and that will tend to push your brush kind of ahead of the grapple. But you can tilt the grapple forward and then use your clamps to clamp it, and that works pretty good too. I mean, it's not the best tool for this job, but it works fair. And like I say, you know, you can fix a road with it or smooth down gravel or whatever you want to do. You know, you can use it for a couple different things, and it works pretty good for that. Now I do my best whenever I'm picking up these piles. If it's got any dirt in it, I'll shake it out like I was doing there. And then sometimes you can open it back up and go in for another bite and you can get even more in it. But the main thing is you want to get all that dirt out of it that you can, because that dirt ain't going to burn when he sets the piles on fire later. Now I tell you, y'all, you know, for its size, this little machine is pretty doggone stout. I picked up some full-size small trees that we had culled and cut just to get out of the way, and I've picked the whole tree up and moved it. I mean, this little 75, it's not a slouch by no means. It does a pretty good job for what it is. I don't know, maybe another brand that was a little heavier, like a Caterpillar or Deere, where you could get a large frame machine in a 75 horse, that might be a better machine for what we do. My original thoughts was that I wanted, you know, like maybe around a 95 or 100 horse, just because I could get the extra pushing power from it. But I don't know yet. We're gonna try a few different ones. You know, sometimes bigger isn't always better. I do know that. And this doggone hickory here is being aggravating. It ain't wanting me to get under it. But anyway, so we're going to try a few different ones. And, you know, a 75 horse Caterpillar in a large frame might be the way to go rather than having a 100 horse. I don't know. We're just going to try it and see. If any of you have a lot of experience with these machines and, you know, got any comments or, you know, advice or anything like that on them, you know, feel free to comment down below and let me know what you think. I mean, our operation is kind of unique. I really need a machine that can lift heavy logs because we're planning on loading the truck with it. But we also need a machine that's got good drawbar pushing power too. And then we'll use it to fix roads, spread gravel, stuff like that, if that makes any sense. Well, y'all, I gotta run. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.